Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMatches.com with match number 3 with our Warriors, our Black-White Warriors. And this Keeble hand will keep it. This is a great hand. It's got Shambling Vents, it's got a Plains for first turn Mardu Woe-Reaper. And we will go ahead and cast some Mardu Woe-Reaper. This puts our opponent on some pressure. Still like to hit land drops here. Of course. It's going to be a blue and green deck. Another Shambling Vent, which is okay. We'll go ahead and attack in with the Woe-Reaper. And we have no play next turn unless I want to secure for 2, which I might, with having Brutal Hordechief and Sorin coming up. Alright, so this just looks like it's going to be the a ramp deck. Unfortunately, we can't complete disregard that Rattleclaw quite yet. And I don't know if I'll secure for 1. Seems like a waste. I'd rather secure for 2. Valorous Stance is so bad versus this matchup. So there's Kiora. Kiora will probably plus. I think it's pointless to do anything to Kiora. You can plus and put out like another Rattleclaw. Yep. So we'll complete disregard that one and then attack into him, I believe. Because I think at this point he might block it, and I don't want to lose my chief quite yet. Oh, do I attack into him or Kiora? 14. I think I have to do 1 into Kiora. But this looks like it's going to be... There is a blue-green Planeswalker deck, or Super Friends deck out with Nissa, Kiora, Jace. And then they use a lot of Fog Offense, and then they ramp into taking extra turns. And then between Awakening through Nissa and through just ulting up Kiora, that's how they win the game. So Nissa's Renewal gains him a lot of ramp. Love to hit a land drop here for like a Sorin. But we're already in jeopardy of the taking turns and just pumping up. Surprised he actually attacks in. Need a land here. Shambling Vent is not the land that we wanted to see. And I will attack into Kiora one more time. So now I can't draw with Kiora, which is decently significant. Another way with taking a bunch of turns is they can activate the Lumbering Falls over and over. I believe Awaken just puts counters on. Yeah, so he's going to take an extra turn here, or another Nissa's Renewal. Possibly an Ugin? Nah, it's going to be an Ulamog. So he does ramp into Ulamog. No, so he takes an extra turn, Lumbering Falls, and he's just going to try to kill me with taking extra turns. So he could kill Kiora to try to find another part. Or unless he just has it. Yep. No, okay, so this might be an Ugin. Ulamog. Gonna take 2 lands out. I don't think I have a way to deal with Ulamog. Since Ulamog is indestructible. There's Jace. I'll come in with the Lumbering Falls. But with those lands being killed, I'm down to a 6. And having to deal with a 6/6. And that is game. Jeez. Alright, so we'll go on to the sideboard. That was really quick of him with the Kiora. We need to shut down that. I don't know if Self-Inflicted Wound quite comes in. I think we'll just keep the Ultimate Prices and the Complete Disregards because it takes care of Jace. Self-Inflicted Wound does take care of Nissa, which is a huge part of the deck. Don't need Valorous Stances. They're useless. Chief of the Scales are not good. Wingmate Rocs just, I think, are going to be too slow. So we'll bring in one Self-Inflicted Wound. Possibly all the Self-Inflicted Wound just take care of. They run a lot of Rattleclaws and Nissa. So it might be worth it. Just to, because that's their ramp of choice. Do I care about Jace? In this deck, I don't know if I care as much because he's not running as many fetch lands. So I think I'd just rather run Self-Inflicted Wounds. And 3 is probably the right number. Take out the Wingmate Rocs. We have a pretty aggressive strategy here. I'm going to submit this. So that was basically the God draw, though. That was, you can't get better of a draw with the black or the blue-green Super Friends ramp. Yes, so activate first. It's fast. This is a fast hand. We'll go Bloodsoaked Champion. I have a Complete Disregard to take care of Rattleclaw. And he actually won't get any value out of Rattleclaw. Hope he brings in like cards like Jade, the Offshoot. Offshoot isn't that decent versus us. I don't think it gains enough life. Start off with the Bloodsoaked Champion. Pass the turn. So it looks he's running the Offshoot, which is annoying against this particular draw, but if we draw into like a Chief, then it's not the greatest card. We do not draw into a Chief. Another land, which is the worst card we could have. And if you Rattleclaws, we'll have a Complete Disregard. So Offshoot's going to gain him a life. And Leaf Gilder is something we will Complete Disregard. Sets back his ramp. And he'll take another damage from the Shadowspear. Need to draw into some high impactful cards. Now that we especially have the mana base, a Brutal Hordechief would be great. He does not have a Rattleclaw, which is nice. That is, and this is not our land that we can activate either. That's not a good sign. Still, he's going to be at an 18. So Brutal Hordechief, Sorin, no Wingmate Roc, but Secure the Waste would be okay. Lumbering Falls is another card that was pretty slow. We'll go ahead and attack in with the team. And here at least he takes 3. We'll put out a Rager. Now we need the Brutal Hordechief. Still away from taking that extra turn. Beautiful. This is damage. So hopefully it doesn't have a way to counter it. Alright, perfect. Can't block any of my creatures. Could have ways to bounce back or tap or... Yeah, I guess getting the Lumbering Falls out, but he can still only block 1. So he needs to block the Battle Brawler here. And he still takes 5. And he really has to draw Anissa's Renewal, but then he can't activate the Lumbering. Oh, this Ugin. Anissa's Renewal, okay. Ugin would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, would have been 1 off. This gains 7 plus, it gains 10 life. So he's back up to a 14. Or 17. Self-Inflicted Wound is fine. Makes him sack it. But I don't think we're quite there with the damage. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's down to a 2. So he needs to draw an Ugin. Hate to get so close with like an Ugin here. And then this not being a Shambling Vent. And then losing the game. Well, that's a thing. And now that take extra turns. Ay, ay, ay. Could just kill me in 1 turn. So all of these get exiled. No way to take out a Brutal Hordechief either. Shadowspear just wins the game. Plains does not win the game. And very frustrating getting me down to 2. Have a little bit of a... This looks like Ugin here. And Ugin just controls the board completely. Shadowspear does not win the game now. And we hit another land. So close. The offshoot with the renewal was just out of reach for the damage. Because Secure the Wastes are bad. Well, no, Secure is really good because it's end of turn. So we have some outs. We have Secures. We have him playing a green creature and then making him sack it with a Self-Inflicted Wound. This gets 20 cards. See how many he finds? 3 out of the 4 Secures. And we have basically one draw with this deck. And Complete Disregard will not do it. So again, if this deck gets big, Transgress the Mind. You take their threat away. Either they're taking an extra turn. See if he finds the other Self-Inflicted Wound. He does. So we have no more Self-Inflicted Wounds. And he does find the other Secure the Waste. So we are drawing dead here. Completely drawing dead. Oh, that was game anyway. Alrighty, we'll go on to the last match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Playing on a Budget. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Gathering Magic and check out our Playing on a Budget playlist, which contains every episode. Thanks again and hope to see you soon.